Let's continue knitting row 15 of pattern 2, which is an eccentric row, just like row 1, so that you can create the second twist in this pattern. First, make the garter edge and the stockinette stitches, and then start by purling one and then purling a second stitch before we start with our first cable pattern. So this will be a C4B cable. For this, you take your cable needle and you will put 2 stitches from your left needle onto your cable needle, and you will store those in the back of your project for now. And then you will just knit off the next 2 stitches from your left needle. So knit 1 and then knit 2. And once you are knitting those 2, you will transfer back the 2 stitches from your cable needle back onto your left needle. Once you transfer those, you will then knit those 2 stitches off of your left needle. So go ahead and knit 1 and then knit 2. With that, our first cable is already complete. So you can see the nice twists here. Now continue with the next sequence, which is purling 2, knitting 4 and purling 2. So go ahead and purl 1 and purl 2. And then yarn over and start knitting 1 and knitting 2, knitting 3, and knitting the 4th stitch. Then yarn over again in order to purl the next 2. So purl 1 and then purl 2. Now get ready for another cable pattern, which is gonna be a C4F cable this time. So go ahead and put 2 stitches from your left needle onto your cable needle and put those stitches in front of your work. Then go ahead and knit the next 2 stitches off of your left needle. So knit 1 and then knit 2. And once you knitted those 2, go ahead and transfer the 2 stitches from your cable needle back onto your left needle. And once those 2 stitches are transferred, you can then just go ahead and knit those 2 stitches off of your left needle. So knit 1 and then knit 2. And then you have already created the next twist. And now just go ahead and purl the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, purl 1, and then purl 2. Now we are approaching my favorite part in the center, which will be a C8F cable, which is the cable giving us the nice twist in the middle. So transfer 4 stitches from your left needle onto your cable needle and put those stitches in front of your work. Then go ahead and knit the next 4 stitches off of your left needle. So get more or less comfortable and then start knitting 1, knitting 2, knitting 3, and knitting 4. And then you can go ahead and transfer the 4 stitches you saved on your cable needle back onto your left needle. So transfer those 4 stitches, and once you transfer those successfully, you can then knit those 4 stitches off of your left needle. So knit 1 and then knit 2, knit 3, and knit 4. And with that stitch, you have finished this lovely C8F cable pattern. So here you can see how there's already a little twist forming. Now continue with purling 2. So purl 1 and then purl 2. Now we will have another cable coming up, which is a C4B cable. So once again, just put 2 stitches onto your cable needle and push those into the back of your project. Then you can knit the next 2 stitches off of your left needle. So knit 1 stitch and then knit the second stitch. And once you knitted those 2 stitches, you can transfer the 2 stitches from your cable needle back onto your left needle. So transfer those, and once you have them, you can then knit those 2 stitches off of your left needle. So knit 1 and then knit 2. Amazing. So now you have another tiny twist here, and then just continue yarning over and purl 1, and then purl 2, and then just yarn over again and knit the next 4. So knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, and knit 4. Yarn over again in order to purl the next 2. So start purling 1 and then purl 2. And now get ready for the next upcoming cable, which is a C4F cable. So put the first 2 stitches onto your cable needle and into the front of your project, and then just start knitting the next 2 stitches off of your left needle. So go ahead and knit 1, and then knit the second stitch. And once you have done that, you transfer back the 2 stitches, ideally without losing them like I just did, and put those onto your left needle. And then once you have successfully placed them there, you will then just continue knitting those 2 stitches off of your left needle. So knit 1 stitch and then knit the second knit stitch, and just always make sure to hold on to the stitches so they don't escape. With a normal cable needle, you will have an easier time than I did here. Now yarn over and start purling 2, so purl 1, and then purl the second stitch. For that, I will need to remove the clip marking my stockinette section. So purl the second stitch, and now you have completed the pattern 2 part. Now just finish off with your stockinette stitches and the garter edge. And this is how it will look like after finishing the entire row 15. So you can see the beautiful twist that is forming here. This is our entire pattern 1. And if you want to continue knitting row 16 to 18, just check out my part 10 and 11 of my playlist. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.